Are you familiar with the term money story? If you're not, you should be. Have you ever wondered why you don't save as you intend to? Or why you give away so much of your money to friends and family to help them out? Well, the answer likely lies in your money story. In this video, we're going to dive into what your money story is, and I'm going to take you through the journey of uncovering it and helping you build a story that better serves you. Your money story shows up when you are making poor or helpful money choices, but you have the control to shape that money story to make it work for you. My friends, my name is Krystle McGilvery. If you haven't come across me before, I'm the founder of a company called Mind Over Money. We work with people just like you to help you make better financial choices that the future you will love. Here we're talking about money, your money behaviours, your money decisions. Let's dive into this wonderful video. Now, uncovering your money story is quite exciting. We're going to go through a process and we're going to look at your origins, diving deep into your upbringing. We're going to look at your beliefs. What are those strong held beliefs that are guiding you and treating you like a puppet and helping you make those financial decisions? You also need to consider the impact of your money story on your financial behaviours, because it's that story that you have under the surface that is driving what you're doing day to day. And finally, I want you to make sure you believe deeply that you can change your money story. That is what is required for you to improve your wealth. Your money story isn't static. Your past money story, of course, it's happened, but you're here today and you have a whole life ahead of you. You can create the money story that you need. For this activity, you need pen and paper or a Word document or a notepad. You're going to write down your past, your present, and plan for your future. Imagine a beautifully coloured book. You are going to design it going forward just how you want it. Now we're going to start by going right back to your childhood. We're going to think about your upbringing and the environment and dig deep into what was happening for you. Let's start with the state of the economy. What was happening around the world in the country you were living in when you was about 7 years old, 10 years old? What was going on? Was there turmoil? Was everything uncertain? Or was there a lot of cash? What was happening in your household? Were your parents worried? Did you grow up in a very wealthy household? So money was flying, it was free, it was available. There was no worries whatsoever. Here, a quick note. Many of the clients I've worked with are on over 6 figures or come from households where their parents were very, very wealthy, but today they still struggle. Take your time with this section. For some people, working through those early years can be really uncomfortable. Are you neurodivergent? When did you discover you were neurodivergent? Do you have dyscalculia, dyslexia, ADHD, autism? If you found out about those things later in life, it's possible that earlier years may have been riddled with some kind of challenge, which may have impacted your finances. Explore that and make notes. Let's think about the media and marketing. What was fashionable? What was trendy? What was all over the news and the TV? A friend of mine wrote a book about rappers and artists in America and the influence they had over their financial decisions when they were young. They spoke about money like it was free flowing for everybody and encouraged spending on clothes, designer clothes, fancy trainers. Was that happening when you were younger? And finally, think about financial education. Did you receive one? Did your parents teach you about money? Did you learn about money at school? Where did you learn about money, if at all? If not, what assumptions did you make based on your environment? See how much information you can get down on that notepad or on that Word document about those things. That's the first section. Diving a bit deeper into how those things shaped your money story or shaped your belief when it came to money. I want you here to now consider other factors. What was common and normal in your family, In those close to you, what kind of behaviours did they exhibit? Did they have a partner? Were they anti-banks and financial institutions? Were they commonly lending amongst one another? What was normal financial behaviours in your direct culture and community? Consider your gender. How does that play a part in the relationship you have with money? More specifically, consider your relationship you have with investing. Are you an investor? Have you always seen investing as an option? Here we could be talking about many types of investing, whether it's stocks and shares or property or business. How does your gender interact with the relationship you have with money? As you explore this section, don't forget to consider systemic barriers. Systemic biases. What social class are you from? Did you grow up in? How does that impact your ability to access finance? How does that make you feel in certain environments when it comes to money? Often we go about our day-to-day lives making decisions in regards to our finances, our household, our relationships, the circles we decide to be in. And what we forget is they are all based on our assumptions and our beliefs and our experiences. But the same is true for our money and our financial decisions. All of these factors influence how much money you make today, how much money you're going to make in the future, how much money you generate in your business, whether you save, whether you have investments, how much you have in your investment pot, your risk tolerance. Your money story is controlling all of those things. So let's dive deeper into other elements that you need to consider to help you improve your wealth. We are in times of supercharged technology, AI. Technology controls almost everything. How has technology influenced you? What about social influence? Are you buying that fancy car because it's cool? Do you buy those trainers or shop in that store, whether it be Hobbs or River Island, because that's what your people do? How influenced are you by your peers? Think about social media. How much does that affect what you buy day in, day out? Without naming any names, do you click through on that fancy new gadget and go ahead and use your Google Pay or Apple Pay to purchase that item at a click of a finger? How much of your logical brain is in control? Or are you acting off of impulse and emotion? As we work through this money story, and I hope you are taking notes, I want you to reflect on if you've ever felt overwhelmed when it comes to your finances. Do you sometimes feel overwhelmed when friends are encouraging you to go on holiday together or buy a certain outfit to go out? Does that make you stressed? Do you end up spending anyway and going against your financial plans that you had? When do you feel the strain and the pressure? You need to be aware of this so that going forward, when you write your money story and design and architect what you want that to look like, you are hyper aware of those areas that require a bit more attention. Now let's turn this around ever so slightly. We've dug deep into the factors that are influencing your money story and have played a large role in what you've done up until this point and what you're possibly doing right now. But now I want you to look back through all of those notes you've made and consider, what are you really proud of? What have you done really well? I want you to shine a light on those areas and write them down in a separate area. Now, doing this is going to help you be very clear about where you have excelled, where you are able to make good financial decisions with ease. You need to be very clear about what those circumstances look like so you can build and bake more of that into your future. And of course, contrast that with financial decisions and habits you've possibly had that you're not particularly proud of. And be very clear about those, because that's the ones we want to erase from your money story going forward. You've now spent time diving deep into your money story. It's a very light touch, of course, and usually this activity takes a bit more time, but this is a good start. You now have the information you need clarity and understanding about you and what your money story is, what you've done that you're really proud of, areas that you know require a bit more attention, but there's a couple more steps. I want you to identify one money habit you want to change. What have you done, possibly repeatedly, that has not helped your financial situation, that has hindered your financial situation? Whether it's left you in debt, whether it's steered you away from a financial goal, identify just one that you want to change. I now want you to set a goal for the next chapter of your money story. One that is fully aligned with your true future financial self. So here, you're comparing your current financial situation to the financial situation you'd like to be in, say, 6 months' time, a year's time. Remember, your money story is just the starting point of improving your financial situation, building wealth, whether that's in your personal life or in your business. But it really is a game changer. Bringing your money story to the surface makes you hyper aware of what you do naturally well and where you maybe struggle, all because of things that happened years ago. Getting a good grip on what those are gives you the information you need to make the changes. Thank you for staying with me on this video. I hope you've enjoyed it, and please let me know in the comments if you've discovered anything new and maybe what that one habit that you're changing is. I'd love to hear it. Until next time, Krystle signing out.